So welcome. We are now creating a full expression, heart opening yin yoga practice. So go ahead, and yin yoga is about having as many props as possible. So feel free to take pillows if you have blocks or heart-covered books. You can take a blanket, especially towards the end. So if you don't have any of these, that's okay as well. Like, you can create these poses. Yin yoga is going deeper than the muscles. It goes into the fascia, it goes into your ligaments, it goes eventually to your organs. So we are actually, it's a little bit different from vinyasa or hatha or a different kind of yoga, because it's really allowing you to stay in the pose for 3 to 5 minutes. So this is really powerful for anybody who is dealing with anxiety and dealing with closeness, like meaning like heart closing, not closeness with other person. It's more like the opposite, like pushing people away. So really opening yourself up. It's really good for people with stress levels, high stress levels, as well as with insomnia. So if you are having any sleep issues, yin yoga is definitely a good way to go. And any PTSD, you name it, any condition that is really out of alignment, yin yoga practice, it really, because we are going so slow, and the invitation is for you to go as slow as the slowest part of you feels safe. So we have different parts of ourselves, obviously physically, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So this practice is very, very holistic. It's a powerful way for you to just rest and restore and relax and rejuvenate on your mat. And there will be the element of sound through your breath, as well as through the music. Then we are staying in the poses. So if there is anything that feels uncomfortable for your body, just know that you can, it's important that you know your own, not limits, but you know where your edge is. Edge is a better word for that. So you are not going over. Pain is a no-go here. We are not trying to harm anybody. We're not trying to harm ourselves. This practice is for you and listening to the language of the body. And we are specifically doing poses that are really good for the throat chakra, as well as the heart chakra. So obviously we will get into the holistic way, but just allowing yourself to land and be with your breath. The invitation is, in the first minute, I will guide you through this, but in the first minute, typically stay in the physical body, to scanning through your own body, then just allowing yourself to let it go and going into the journey. And the journey can be that emotions may come up. The journey can be that you go into visualization. The journey can be that you feel body sensations or just into stillness. So it can be anything. There's no right or wrong here. So you are safe. Let's go ahead and start. Welcome. We're gonna do a quick, not quick, but just a short Om together. So go ahead and create some chi with your hand, and then offer it to your heart center. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and take the, I call this sloth hands. So your thumbs are next to the other, and we start going like right underneath, 1 inch underneath your collarbone, all the way out. So coming in and out, tapping your body, staying with the breath. See if you're able to breathe through the mouth. Beautiful. And now you can take it up to your neck, all the way to the trigger points behind your ears, and then lowering down through the shoulders. And maybe it makes a sound. This is not necessarily yin yin, but we are just waking up our body for this practice. Yeah, and then let's go ahead back into the center, and now go a little bit lower, the sternum area, and make the sound. Way, oh, all the vocals. And then let's go all the way down and all the way up through the sternum. Ooh. And then really start moving the energy, opening energetically your heart, opening energetically your throat. Keeping your energy here. Let it remove anything that no longer serves to be on this journey with you today. Maybe it has been there for a couple of days, maybe for years, maybe there has been uncomfortability around this area. Go ahead, place your palms facing down and start moving gently your head from side to side. Good. And then coming into the center, open the heart, exhale, round through the heart. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, stay here for the exhale as well. Inhale through the front with an exhale, round the back and open the back gate of the heart chakra towards the back of the mat. Stay here for another inhale and exhale. And release. Coming back into the center. Now move your spine all the way one direction. And then let's switch to the other direction. Okay, a little bit of movement before we start. Let's go ahead and close our eyes and breathe in through the nose, breathing into the heart space with an exhale, ha sound, as if you're fogging a mirror in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, fogging the mirror in front of you. One more inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and set an intention for your practice. Remember that maybe you have already one, maybe it's a new one. Maybe it's a word, sentence, an image, that pathway forward here energetically. And inhale into it. Exhaling out, moving the energy out. And this time going for Om. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Welcome. We're gonna go ahead and start laying down on the ground. The first pose is laying down on the ground. So find your way out into laying down. You can take your pillow behind you to support the neck. We're gonna bend the knees and we're gonna open the heart with the bridge pose, supported bridge pose, lifting your hips up, taking something underneath your hips. Okay, whether it's a block, whether it's a pillow, whether it is a book, hardcover book, or a couple of them. So I'm just here demonstrating with the block, but you can take whatever feels good for you. And from here, I want you to just squeeze your fingers against each other in a fist. So separate from each other. And then exhale, release, opening the fist. And letting the palms face upwards. And as you start opening yourself up in this pose through the heart. Just noticing how is your heart space this morning or this afternoon, this evening, whichever time this is reaching you. How far does your own breath go? How is the breath in this pose? Does it feel uncomfortable? Does it flow all the way through? So invitation here is, as we are moving into deeper parts of ourselves, as we are staying longer, is to calm down the nervous system with your breath. And the invitation here is to breathe in through the nose, and with an exhale, making a hum sound when your mouth is closed. So as if you are eating something yummy. Mmm. Mmm. So it's just being with this breath of making nervous system to be activated with the parasympathetic nervous system, to relax you, to open you. As we are approaching towards the end, if you would like to extend your legs from here on the floor, you can, as long as your lower back is okay. And this is really opening through the hip flexors as well, through the whole front side of the body, opening yourself up to receive, opening the heart, the essence of you to receive what is there for you to receive, and cracking your heart open. Slowly, you can bring your feet back underneath your knees if they were straight. Slightly lift your hips up so you can move your prop away. And then extremely slowly lower your hips down to the ground. Bring your knees together and heels out to the outer edges of your mat. And sustain here for being present with the space that you have just created within you. It's kind of like the restore, reset button right here after each pose, coming back into your center. Beautiful. From here, let's go ahead, move the hips, knees from side to side a little bit. Thus giving a little bit of openness here. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna go ahead and extend the legs, but we're gonna go to the right side of the mat. So bring them close to the right side of the mat and the feet together. And then we are taking the grip off the left wrist with the right hand, taking it over the head. If your shoulders feel, this is called banana pose. So the arms are on the right side of the mat, legs are on the right side of the mat. The whole left side of your body is opening up. Yeah. So opening yourself up, starting to breathe into the left side of the heart. Left side of our body is the yin side of the body. Allowing yourself to connect with the gentleness, softness, the slowness, that are the qualities of the feminine, the unpredictable parts of you, the mystical parts of you. Is the moment of your life. When the feminine is out of balance, it can be sluggish and completely air energy rather than being here in the energy field of the Mother Earth. Can feel over giving and not able to receive. And maybe when you receive, there might be that you over give immediately or want to give instead of staying in the receiving end. Also, when the feminine is out of balance, it's overworking. It is doing things instead of being. The feminine side of ourselves, the left side of the body, is all about the being. This is also the mother lineage. So connecting with the qualities from your mother lineage. recognizing the relationship that you have with your mother, whether she's on the earth side or all the way in the spirit side. The energy still lives within you. So just noticing what may be things that you have embodied from her. Has she been in a fullest expression of herself, or swallowed her truth to please the others? Letting yourself again to hum with your exhale for the next minute or so to finish and complete this side of the practice. And slowly releasing and moving as the slowest part of you feels safe as you move your feet and your hands back into the center. Ah. Breathing in and out through your consciousness. Hands can be by your side or touching your body. Just noticing the energy. And from here, we're gonna start moving towards the left side of the body, left side of the mat, the right side of the body. So we're gonna stretch the right side of the body, moving the legs to the left side of the mat. And then arms go over, left hand to connect with the right. And start moving your hands towards the left side. And starting to open up the right side of your body. Lengthening, breathing into the right side of the heart. With an exhale, settling in to the present. And this is the divine masculine as well as the toxic masculine side. Divine masculine is all about creating a healthy frame, healthy boundaries, healthy structure, the game plan, the step-by-step version of you. It's more about the order, organization. It's about giving, but about healthy giving. Giving with no conditions. Giving without expecting anything to come back. And not being in an over receiving mode, but balancing the energy of giving and receiving when it's in balance. This side is also connected to the doing, but in a healthy way. Having a healthy connection with the body, allowing during the sun energy, during the yang energy, during the masculine energy, when the sun is up, to take care of things. And when the yin side approaches every night, there is a balance of being able to close the systems and thus inviting herself into being. This is also connected to the father lineage. And thus maybe connecting with the demonstration of the father lineage as a whole, how to do things, how to give things, and how to create the organization and doing in life. Coming into the last minute here, breathing in through the nose and humming, mouth closed, out. And slowly releasing as you're lowering your hands by your side. And then moving your legs back to the center. And just noticing, what are you feeling here? Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and bend our knees. So we can go ahead and bring ourselves all the way to feet together and opening up our knees. So this is supine butterfly pose. And I would love for you to set up your blocks, set up your pillows, your books, anything underneath your, so you can see maybe better this way. So I am here lowering down and then leaning all the way back. So to the parts of you, my own hips are pretty tight for external rotation like this. So I want to make sure that I'm fully supported, that I don't need to be. The whole thing about yin yoga is that you are fully in the pose without trying to squeeze into anything. You can really collapse. In Finnish, we have a word called romahtaa. It means collapse. So how can you collapse and surrender into this pose? So going ahead and lowering yourself down here as you are in the supine butterfly. You can have something underneath your neck. You can have something with your hands. One hand can be touching your heart. One hand can be lower towards the hip areas below your navel. This is a heart opening as well as hip opening pose. The colors of my clothes today is connected. These two are fully connected. These are connected to the womb space and the heart. So I would love for you, especially in the womb space, as well as in the hip areas, we hold so many emotions. This is the center of emotions. So allowing anything to arise as you are in this pose. And in this pose, I would love for you to breathe in and out, that there is an infinity number 8. So infinity symbol, the number 8, going through your womb space and then your heart space. So for me, it helps when my hand is on the heart, hand is on the womb space area, and just fully moving the energy. Breathing in, moving the energy one direction with your own pace. I am now willing to forgive myself for taking on more than is necessary or required for me to take on. It is quite possible that you may be working so hard not to do worse, that you are actually missing out on the opportunity to do better and be better. Or maybe you may be so caught up in what someone else may be thinking about you that you are not thinking for yourself. Whenever this is the case, you are going to stay exactly where you are, doing exactly what you are doing, not worse, not better. If this is your case, you may need to call on grace. Coming into the last minute here in the womb space and heart connection. See if you can breathe into like your mouth is a straw. You have a straw in your mouth. And you breathe in through that small straw in, small straw out. Stay in the supine butterfly as you move the energy as an infinity. You can slowly release the hands by your side and bringing your knees up to the center and stay here for a second. Just noticing what's happening within you. This time, we're gonna go ahead and then lift our hips up and put a block underneath or two. I would love for you to put a couple of things. You know, I like to stack up, double up my blocks when I'm going into this pose. Yeah. So hard opening, kind of where we were earlier. But this time we're gonna go all the way to lifting the legs up. So we're gonna go into waterfall and then eventually into shoulder stance. If you are at home and you would like to put your feet against the wall, you can do that. So it would look like this. All the way legs up, not even aligned. So feel free to move your legs all the way up to the skies. This is called waterfall pose. So letting the waterfall to come through your feet, moving through you, through the chakra lining, through your heart, moving out through the arms, and then moving through the throat over to the top of your head. Coming to the end, breathing in and out through the straw, small straw through your mouth. Grace can catch you before you fall and pick you up if you do. Grace is so powerful and sufficient that even when you don't know what to do, Grace is your insurance that whatever you do will be better than what you did. Grace will close your eyes to what you don't need to see and open your eyes to things that only you can see. Grace will close your ears to what everyone is saying while she opens your heart to what God, universe, source, has to say that only you need to hear. You see, grace knows that there are some things just for you. Grace wants you to have those things. Grace, however, can only give you what you're willing to have. In other words, she will only come when you call on her. And by the way, Grace always bring her sisters hope and mercy. Slowly, you can bend your knees, bring them to your chest. All the way up, so bring it to your chest, and then one leg at a time, lowering down. And then lifting your hips up, lower, down, down, down. And stay here. Nice to have feet on the ground, right? So we're gonna go next one into shoulder stance or plow pose. So we're gonna really work on the throat. So it might feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. But remember, pain is a no-go. So how I want you to have something solid. So whether it's a book, whether it's a block. And we're gonna go ahead and lift our hips up to move our block underneath our spine sideways. Because the blow pose is all about here. So this is the most intense stretch for today. The most intense pose. So elbows on the ground, hands in the lower back, fingers pointing up to the sky. And then to see if you can climb your hands from the hips more to the lower back. Legs are together. They can be slightly bent, especially if you live in a body where your hamstrings are pretty tight. So remember, you can have the block there to support you as well. And try to breathe. Inhale, and with an exhale, make the sound. If it serves you, you can start lifting your hips up. Just to be here for 3 breaths. This is called shoulder stance. Make sure that your heels are together. If you're living in a body where the lower back is ruling everything, that's okay. So wherever you are, we're gonna start slowly lowering ourselves down, moving slowly the block out of the way, or lowering down. Okay, we have a little friend here coming in. Hello. Gracias. Yoga dog. Gracias. Hello. Okay, so release. Everybody release from that. And let's go ahead. That was fun. Gracias. Ciao. Okay, everybody laying down on the ground. Make sure that you have something to put between your legs. I haven't had that happen. We usually have here like birds or butterflies. So dog was the first one. So dog energy. So I put the block here now. We're gonna go into a spinal twist. Okay, knees towards your chest, and we're gonna twist towards your right side. So maybe you are in the left side of the mat, so you can drop the knees towards your right, something between your knees. If you can put something soft underneath your right knee, so it lands very nicely there. And then we're gonna go ahead and lift the left arm up. Right hand is on the left knee. Inhale. With an exhale, start opening your left arm to the side. Breathing into the left side of the heart again. Bringing in that yin energy. We're opening up through the heart. If you would like to open up even more with then simulate the throat, looking over the left shoulder. So you're really twisting through the throat, through the cervical spine. And just breathing in softness and gentleness into your experience. And bringing that humming sound again with your breath as you twist. Grace, hope, and mercy will do for you what you cannot do. Have not been able to do, do not know how to do. Grace, hope, and mercy will go where you are afraid to go. They will show you what you are afraid to see. The good thing about calling on grace, hope, and mercy is that eventually you come to realize you don't have to do everything alone. Until today, you may not have realized the presence of grace in your life. Just for today, call on grace to work through you. And please try not to tell her what to do. Women really do not like that. Today, I am devoted to acknowledging and accepting the power of God's grace in every aspect of my life. You can slowly release to this side, coming into the center. Keep your feet on the ground, knees up to the sky, and just breathe. Staying present for this experience of yours. And when we feel ready, lift our knees up, move the hips a little bit to the right side of the mat to move the legs all the way to the left side of the mat. And from here, we're gonna go ahead, pressing the left hand to the right knee, and then lifting the right arm up And with an exhale, you open up the right hand to the side to open up fully for you to receive and give healthy ways here. Maybe your eye gaze moves towards to the right side. Breathing in, breathing out. And breathing with the humming sound again to really relax your nervous system, sinking into the surface below you, letting yourself to fully release, release, release. Letting go of any attachment, unhealthy attachments that you may have on this side, so you can fully be in your own expression of truth and building and creating and communicating with effortless ease the boundaries that serve your highest good, whether it's personal, whether it's physical, whether it's intellectual boundaries, emotional boundaries, whether it's material boundaries. This life is in your creation. You are the creator of it, and you are the healer of it. If you feel that there's something that you can take inspired action in, something that has been building up below the surface, and now you are ready to let that part go, maybe showing up differently, maybe communicating differently, maybe thinking differently. So you can build the confidence and shine in your own light, the authenticity of you in your uniqueness. There's nobody like you. There will never be anybody like you. So can you start taking credit for the person you are today and continue to be on this path? And slowly release. And from here, coming back into the center, And we are moving into Savasana. If there is any other pose that would serve your highest good, feel free to create that. But your body is ready to go into Savasana. So just allowing yourself to move into extending the legs. Maybe your hands are on your heart and in your below your belly button. To give the awareness, the recognition, the acknowledgement for the circle of life, the infinity that goes between the heart and the womb. And if you would like to open it up for the throat and the third eye to come alive with that, you can go ahead doing the infinity through the womb, through the heart, through the throat, and moving, crossing over through the third eye, coming back through the heart and through the throat, moving through the side. So you can create this beautiful spiral that is a reminder that nothing in life is linear. Everything is cyclic, seasonal. So allowing this cycle to create the flow and ease in your experience. And just letting go, letting go, letting go as you fully surrender into the space. Allowing yourself to fully be here and now. Enjoy the space, enjoy the moment, and I will invite you back when we are ready. a deep breath in. Exhale fully out. With the eyes closed, bring some gentle movement to your fingertips and your toes. Maybe moving your head from side to side. Just noticing your neck and your shoulders, noticing your heart space. Then moving in a pace where the slowest part of you feels safe as you're slowly bending your knees and moving to your right or left side, coming into fetus pose, where your lower arm can serve as a pillow. And then with an open heart and closed eyes, lifting yourself up to seat where we started off today. And just go ahead and bring your hands into the heart space again. This time we are not tapping, we are gently touching and recognizing these powerful areas of our body. Just noticing how you are, even maybe the touch is even different than when we started this practice. Eventually bring your hands to your heart, letting your thumb rest on your sternum. And lowering down, 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 bowing down to yourself, to the heart, to recognize yourself in reverence. To taking this time to show up for yourself and your own well-being, to balance yourself and create the peace and open heart and the full authentic expression of you. And with that, let's close by Oming together once. Feel free to join. Exhale fully out. Inhale for Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be free of suffering. May they be happy, healthy, free, and conscious. And may all my actions, my voice, and thoughts to be a contribution for that. From my heart to yours. Namaste.